Star vs. the Forces of Evil belongs to Daron Nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please support Star vs. the Forces of Evil and go buy the Magical Book of Spells. Hello everybody, this is Raspberry Barrel, and now we're going to be reading Chapter 9 in the Magical Book of Spells. And this chapter is sort of like, hey, you're in the middle of the book, and it's basically Glossaryck talking. We're going to see Glossaryck's room he has in the spell book, meet some of his family, and yeah, this is sort of like the glossary part of the book, but it's in the middle, so that's weird. And there are some extra special things that are revealed to us that are hard to pronounce. And so, forgive me if there's some extra trouble reading some things here with this crazy Glossaryck. Okay, so basically, this is Glossaryck talking the whole time. This is like Glossaryck's little mini chapter. He has like 3 chapters, first, middle, end of the book. So now we're in his second mini chapter in the middle. Okay, let us begin. You are here. This way. Introduction by yours truly, Skywyn, Queen of Hours. May as well start off at the beginning, home of the Warnicorn Stampede. Justin, the Uncalculated, poor kid. Solaria, the Monster Carver, war, and annihilation. She kinda scares me. Eclipsa, the Queen of Darkness. Yes, that Eclipsa. Maybe don't look. Festivia, the Fun. Forget the bad times. Try one of her cocktails. Hashtag drinkable pudding. Durhenia, the Heaped. Read between the balls. Crescenta the Eager. Loved to rule. This way. Welcome to my room. Treat the mess as if it were your own. Pain-free guide to dipping down. Rhina the Riddled. All hail the Muni Queen of Mystery and Glittery Fringe. Selena the Shy. Something witchy this way comes. Estrella the Drafted. Muni's own editorial cartoonist. And here's something that looks like secret code, but no one has been able to decode it yet. So I'll kind of just give it to you for a minute. If you can decode it, that'd be awesome. Tell me what it is, if you can. Comet the Chef. The Magic of the Kitchen. My favorite queen. Moon the Undaunted. Find out her daddy's name. Learn why she chose River. If you figure that out, let me know. Star the Underestimated. Teen Secrets. Just what I never wanted. Stuff I didn't know was ever here. Pudding scratches. Creepy stuff. What to do in the case of fire. Here's a line. Put your chapter here. Dum dum. Glossaryck's Guide to Dipping Down for Idiots. Okay, it's not nice to call you an idiot. We're already starting off on the wrong foot. I'm going to have Sally or Sassafras come in here and paint over that. I'll have them call you something else, or maybe we'll just put some simple wallpaper over it. Anyway, ignore it for now, and don't think that I actually think you're an idiot. I always get myself into these situations. It's just like my sister, Table Acontida, always used to say. Glossaryck, don't always say what you're thinking. Also, you don't have a sister. What a way to find out you don't have a sister, you know? And here you are, all mad. I called you an idiot. You probably feel bad getting all upset at the sisterless guy like that. Let's start over. Glossaryck's Guide to Dipping Down for your name here. Let's talk mewberty. I know, gross. But hey, the reality is this. Your first dip into magic is mewberty. Before that moment, you're willy-nilly blasting woodland creatures with your wand. But once you're mewbertytized, you will forever be changed, and you're essentially opened the gateway to more dips. Why? That's what everyone wants to know. To be honest, I don't even know. Or it could be, I'm just too lazy to explain it all to you. What's the difference, really? Anyway, one thing is for sure. Mewberty equips you with tools you may find useful later in life as a magic user. Unlocking them and controlling them is a trick. The form you take in mewberty, when evoked later in life, is called your ultimate magic form, or your butterfly. You just pop into this form whenever your emotions are heightened. When you're in love, angry, hungry, exhausted, etc. Usually the following phenomena occur. Mewberty wings. Mewberty wings appear in your first breakout and they'll grow throughout your life. Your mewberty wings will only show when they are needed. It's not necessarily open to you when that happens. If you get to where you can control it, then congratulations, you're amazing. Once you reach adulthood, your wings will be strong enough to carry you away from danger when you're in your ultimate magic form. Keep them clean, but don't machine wash them. If you spill chili all over your mewberty wings, eat off the chunks and then wipe the soupy gunk off with a moist towelette. Omatita eyes. You won't be able to see it, but man, do these eyes make you look goofy. The Omatita eyes are faceted, allowing you to see more than one dimension at a time. You probably won't be able to comprehend it as it's happening, unless you get really good at using them. One of the ancient queens, Supina of the old book, actually got stuck viewing the overlapping dimensions, and she never returned to her own. She went mad. Be careful you don't get lost in your new power to see all the dimensions at once, or, if you prefer, disappear forever. Fun fact, if you're ever having trouble reading a Muni newspaper in low Mumin, pop into your ultimate magic form and read it. Your Omatita eyes can read any language. Trick is, you probably won't retain anything you've read. Density changes. Depending on your emotions, your density could decrease to the point that you become lighter than air and float off the ground. Idly, your wings will pop out to hold you aloft. But if they don't, you'll eat it hard and crash. Durhenia, who never really went through puberty, would nonetheless occasionally wake up on the ceiling only to come crashing down onto her bed. She went through a lot of beds. Hexapoda arms. You're going to get some more arms. Don't worry, they are only going to pop out when you need them. I've only heard of 5 or 18 times when a queen has not been able to get them to go away after a battle. Once you can do magic without your wand, you'll be able to use all 6 of your arms in your ultimate magic form for firing off spells. Glottolemius voice. Your mewberty, or glottolemius voice, will also change throughout your lifetime. At first, it's a raspy growl, but later it advances and separates, sounding almost like several voices speaking at once. Just as you have multidimensional vision, you also have multidimensional voice, causing a layered, slightly offset sound. You want to try and keep talking until the offset voices become one. Hopefully, the one voice you end up with is actually your own. Other effects. This is where it gets weird. Every queen will have her own unique signifiers in her ultimate magic form. Crescenta would grow one giant eyebrow every time she dipped down. It looked like a caterpillar trying to mate with her face. Ha! Then it turned into an actual caterpillar named Thievin and ran off into the forest of certain death. Getting there from here. Every princess wants to know the quickest way to dipping down. Here is a list of dipping evoking emotions. Envy. An envy dip can be a nasty one. There's a tendency to not become fully formed, i.e., you may not get all of your traits of your butterfly. Anger. Like the envy dip, an anger dip can be volatile and unpredictable. Frustration. These dips offer a bit more control but are hard to come by. Careful though, these transition quickly to anger. Betrayal. This is probably the surest way to make a good dip happen. You can test this one by having a loved one betray your trust. You're most likely to experience a change in density and float off the ground. Love. Perhaps the most powerful dip down comes from love, or a combination of love and protection. A love dip is usually full-featured, full wings, hexapoda arms, omatita eyes, etc., but magic blast can be weak or labored. Protection of another. This is the grand poo-ha of dips. The combo of protection and love is quite intense for you and dangerous for your adversaries. Your magic blasts will be at their most powerful, but voluntary may make them difficult to control. You'll likely dip into your full ultimate magic form. If you don't dip down after puberty, don't worry. A lot of queens can't get there. Honestly, it might not actually be that healthy with all the magical radiation and whatever, so maybe you're better off not being able to do it? Okay, This next page is a whole bunch of like Glossaryck's hopes and dreams, things he wants to do someday. And if I come to one that I remember happening in the show so far, or happening in the show, then I'm going to just quickly mention that. And there's a lot of them, so forgive me if I do miss one. And there are a couple of the ones he's crossed out and checked. So ones he's decided he's failed or decided I'm not going to try this one, and the ones he's accomplished. Take on the form of someone else. Build a nest. Lick your elbow. Live in the sandwich dimension for 1 year. Pick your nose with a toe. Accomplished. Ride a tornado. Surf on Lava Lake Beach. Say nothing but globgore for a whole year. Check. Be in 2 places at once. Check. Be in 3 places at once. Check. Be in 4 places at once. Check. So, say nothing but globgore, of course, basically all of season 3, and be in multiple places. We talked about that in the episode where Eclipsa is trying to get Romulus to get globgore out of the crystal, and Marco is like trying to find a good swimsuit. Be in 5 places at once. Be immersed in pudding. Learn to paint with pudding. Roast pudding. Check. And some of these aren't checked, but I'm just going to say check because by the when this page is written, you know, the book was burned after, so some of these he did accomplish, but they're not checked, so I'll just check them. Hypnotize a hawk. Check. Attend a pig goat roast. Learn to sing. Crossed out. Learn to sing opera. Hypnotize a chicken. Crossed out. Get a fish pedicure. Make a new flavor of toothpaste. Publish a book of haiku. Sleep on hot coals. Check. Be a tourist in your own book. Learn to belly dance. Live in a book. Check. Die in a book. Kind of. Learn to tap dance. Learn to tango. Check. Learn to meditate. Check. Create life from nothing. Check. Magical Eye Commission. Create competent life from nothing. Eat nothing but burgers for 1 month. Check. Know the meaning of cosmic importance. Check. Travel through space-time. Check. Go without shaving for 1 year. Create new language. Check. Eat pickle dragon feet. Check. Stay awake for 72 hours. Spend a day in the body of a cat with a human face. Spend a day in the body of a human. Spend a day in the body of a centipede. Check. Teach a non-queen how to use magic. Check. Ludo. Perfect the ukulele. Don't eat pudding for 1 month. That one's crossed out. Swim in shark-infected waters. Reconnect with an old friend. Check. Maybe toffee? I don't know. Send yourself mushrooms. Live a day in reverse. Check. Fire the Magical High Commission. Maybe that's checked now that they're all dead. Do nothing for a day. That's crossed out. Bathe in pudding. Crossed out. Send yourself flowers. Do nothing for 5 days. Check. Learn to stop thinking. Check. Eat 100 goblin dogs in 1 day. Replace teeth with gold. Talk to that judgmental cat baby. That's crossed out. And, you know, baby, the magical evaluation, butterfly cat girl. Find long-lost brothers. Be a best man. Crossed out. Be a bridesmaid. Check. Adopt a monkey. Write a musical. Learn self-photosynthesis. Learn to make lasagna. Cruise in low rider. Togogan. Befriend a ghost. Check. Make peace with an adversary. Check. Perfect sensory deprivation. Check. Now for the next page. Own a dimension. Make own kimchi. Be on reality TV. Learn ventriloquism. Grow extra fingers. Check. Learn how to apologize. Crossed out. Get fashionable head crystal. Check. And as Romulus said, he gave Glossaryck the crystal. Throw away all pants. Check. Glossaryck doesn't wear pants, so yes. Learn to make cheese. Use donut for flotation device. Check. There's a whole bunch of episodes, I feel like, or at least 2, maybe one where Glossaryck's floating on a donut. Eat leaves. Use donut for flying device. Check. Live in donut box for full day. Check. And that was the one where Ludo learned that the book exists and that he wanted to steal it. Learn autonomy for a pony head. Create evil clone. Get a degree in medicine. Buy a haunted bus. Find buried treasure. Check. Bury treasure. Make a time capsule and hide it at the bottom of the ocean. Wear 2 taco shells as shoes. Crossed out. Wear a taco shell as a hat. Check. Set a rainbow on fire. Check. Become invisible. Check. Have the ultimate beach day. Win staring contest. Check. Crochet your own socks. See if you can survive without a heart. Crochet your own underwear. Travel to the beginning of creation and watch the multiverse get made. Create new flavor of ice cream. Create a new flavor. Start a small business. Make mediocre beach art. Teach a spider sign language. Travel to every dimension in the multiverse. Make sacrifice to a volcano. Learn to speak in 2 voices at once. Write a pudding-themed cookbook. Eat your own weight in pancakes in 1 day. Check. Travel to the bottom layer of the underworld. Rule the multiverse. Crossed out. Save the multiverse. Crossed out. Help mortals find the meaning of life. Crossed out. Read 10 books in 10 days. Check. Floss. Host a lovely dinner for friends. Check. Spend a year living underground. Spend a summer in Oregon. Pop out of a birthday cake. Check. Go to high school reunion. Grow a tail. Tell a stranger you love them. Name a pet Mr. Panda Pants. In the episode where Tom broke up with Star in season 4, Star's like, but I got you this present. It's a cute little cat named Mr. Panda Pants. Put together a 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzle. Direct a movie. Check. Fall in love. Check. And a lot of people say that the falling in love part was with Comet. Buy a haunted houseboat. Check. Reanimate a squirrelicorn. Travel to Pie Island. Check. Of course, when the whole Pie Island thing happened. I actually don't know if he was there for that. So at some point he went to Pie Island. I guess that's just foreshadowing the whole Pie Island part. Everything on this list, probably. Not check. Change my voice. That's a check. Walk on water. Apologize to Ronaldo. Crossed out. Apologize to Father Time. Also crossed out. I guess he doesn't like either of them. Use goldfish as skis. Stand still long enough to be mistaken for a statue. Lie still long enough to be mistaken for dead. Buy a unicorn. Teach a unicorn dressage. Find a cure for spider bites. Go to grad school. Check. Buy a magical bell. Make a leaf hat. Check, check, check. When he was talking to Toffee. Die and be reborn. Check, 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 check. And let's see. Yep, that was everything on his list, and it's covered with his horrible nails and pudding, I guess. And it's been taped in this book. It's good to have pets. I love coming home to a group of little dummies who love me no matter what and have no idea what is going on in the multiverse. It's comforting. I am the proud papa to 3 silkworms, a centipede, a beetle, and an earwig. Silky, my sweet baby cakes. Always quiet and careful, the perfect angel. My favorite darling who can do no wrong. I call her my sweet silky teat, or silly silks. Stinky, my little troublemaker. I can't sit down to a nice meal of pudding without this little bug trying to get a taste. It's cute, though my stinky dinks. Sassafras, she's my tiny ball of sass. I call her Sassy Sassy Pants, or just Sassa. She only wants affection on her terms, and at about 3 p.m. every day she'll come sit on my lap. Stormy, he is a good boy, very energetic and means you no harm, though sometimes he doesn't know his own strength. I call him Sergeant Stormy. Simone, she's gorgeous and she knows it. I call her my tiny snooty toots, or snooty toots. Don't be Rudy. She is a nice girl, though, and likes to sleep next to my head. Sally, my shy Sally Pally. She's really a very smart and helpful little earwag. She fetches items and I need from around the book and trims my toenails. She will hide under the bed from strangers, so don't expect to see her around. By the way, what you're smelling is not my baby's. It's my room. It's on the next page. I appreciate you skipping past it because it's private. Thank you very much. Sorry, Glossaryck. We're going to look at it. We're going to start here at the left side and move to the right. So, Glossaryck's room. So we see there's some trash on the floor. He's got a lot of drawing things. How to Draw Mewman's book. He's got some pictures. There's one of Star. I don't know who that is. There's one of Comet. Some drawings of him. More of Comet. And there's Rhina the Riddled. And some people are like, oh my gosh, Glossaryck can predict the future. But it's like, guys, this is Glossaryck's room in the spell book. Yeah, he's drawing some pictures of past queens. His room didn't exist only like before Rhina the Riddled. Then we've got some horrible underpants there. He's got a closet there. I wonder where that door goes. There's a microwave, some pudding, boots, just trash pudding all over the floor, a broken chair, his video game system, uneaten pizza. He's got a fish, a TV, a little pot of soup, another oven. Looks like he's got some glowing magic all over the floor, and some of it's coming out of Fragile Cosmic Importance box. And that kind of looks like the book that has the remain of the spell book in it, but it's not probably. We got a bowling ball. This side of the page, his bed looks kind of like him, you know. There's his trash, his hamper. Didn't throw that. And there's his window with more empty pudding cups. Go sports team. His dresser and all his stuff to get ready in the morning. His towel. He's got carpets. There's a rat under there. Dirty clothes, and yeah, that's everything. And then you can see through the window, and sort of here at the bottom, you can see the next part of Rhina the Riddled chapter through the window. So, okay, this was the 9th chapter in the Magical Book of Spells. I'm just going to call it Glossaryck Chapter Part 2. So, we talked about Supina the Strange, and how she got lost with the Amatita eyes. And we learned about Supina in Star and Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension. Also, in Gerhenia's chapter, I think it was, where Festivia was like, Gerhenia, I don't want you ending up like Supina the Strange. And Gerhenia was like, I don't even think she's real. So, Supina the Strange got lost in these eyes and got stuck in the realm of magic, the magical dimension. And I guess maybe died there, unless maybe you can't die. So I wonder what really happened to the poor girl. And it does talk about here how, yes, like sort of how we mentioned in Crescenta's chapter, here with this, butterfly form, mewberty form, it is dipping down. Mewberty form is your first dip, and you can't really do the mewberty form unless you master dipping down. So it was weird for Eclipsa to, but I guess she was in the realm of magics, you know, whatever. And then we're going to learn a little more about the mewberty form in Moon's chapter, which hopefully doesn't take us too long to get to. So Glossaryck also talks about having siblings, which that was also mentioned in Star and Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension. But it says he doesn't really have siblings, and that whole thing in Star and Marco's Guide to Mastering Every Dimension, Star just says she made up because she knows nothing about Glossaryck. But he mentions having siblings, and then says, oh wait, I don't have siblings. But then on his list, it's like, does something with the siblings. And I wonder if, in the episode Princess Quasar Caterpillar, if the Glossaryck-looking being Indexia could somehow be related to him. I don't know. Talks about how he created the Magic Eye Commission a little bit. And then, you know, his crazy list of all the things he wants to do. Just all about the show. And then a couple queens, he says, weren't able to get their hexapoda arms to disappear right away. I wondered, does that mean like it took them several days, weeks for the arms to disappear, or the arms just never disappeared? We learned about Crescenta's weird magical form, eyebrow, caterpillar thing. And yeah. So that was, and then we also learned about his little family of silk bugs and centipede and just all his little buggy friends family that he loves, that he mentioned also in Skywind's chapter. So that was the 9th chapter in the Magical Book of Spells. Thanks for listening, everyone. Star vs. the Forces of Evil belongs to Daron Nefcy, Disney Channel, and all other people associated with its creation. Please support Star vs. the Forces of Evil and go buy the Magical Book of Spells. Thanks. Bye.